First edition of the Harper's Bazaar Luxperiences at DLF Emporio was all things luxury and fashion. With the handpicked crowd, this first of its kind luxury conclave brought the biggest global fashion names under one roof.
A weekend of glam, luxury and fashion. The Harper's Bazaar Luxperiences was no ordinary corporate conference. It provided an exclusive hand-picked crowd a chance to delve deep into the ever-evolving luxury landscape. The first edition of the lavish luxury conclave saw the who's who of the global fashion industry come together at the DLF Emporio in Delhi. The showstopper was designer Sabyasachi Mukherjee, who spoke on the road ahead and how he's creating a legacy brand.
You are being panned for dressing Vidya in a sari at Cannes. Today, you have rave reviews for dressing Deepika in a sari for the BAFTA. You have the luxury of being proven right, but can you explain this journey? What has exactly changed?
I think representation matters. And I've always said that when you go out into the West, I think when Vidya got criticized, India was also changing because, we did have a hangover for the longest time and colonial hangover for the longest time. And a lot of Indians were uncomfortable about being Indian, but today this has completely changed.
Indian fashion icon Sonam Kapoor joined us for a chat on what it takes to slay the red carpet.
I just feel like it's important to be yourself and not try to please anybody except for yourself. As soon as you are comfortable in your own skin and are only trying to be yourself, then nobody can tell you whether you're doing something wrong or right. I think it's just you just have to be comfortable.
Desi to global designers Gaurav Gupta and Tarun Tailiani also graced the marquee event.
India is really having a global moment in multiple ways. It's like with Priyanka Chopra being in Hollywood, it's with Indian actors in OTT platforms like Bridgerton, it is with designers like us, it's with Tarun, who's paved the way for us in so many years and has done, we have actually gone, all of us have gone to exhibitions like Tranoi, to so many things we have tried to do, but this is the right momentum where there are designers showcasing at Milan Fashion Week, London Fashion Week, and there are Indian designers or British Indian designers who are showcasing in London, etc. So there is an India moment happening right now for sure.
Fashion royalty Princess Gauravi Kumari and Maharani Radhika Raje Gaikwad also graced the Luxperiences stage.
I recently had the chance of witnessing some of the beautiful Cartier jewelry in Abu Dhabi. And I had actually worn some of that jewelry for the cover shoot that we did for the month of February.
For the Harper's Bazaar.
And I can't tell you because I wore some of that jewelry for the shoot back in August, and this time when we actually saw it displayed in the museum at the Abu Dhabi Louvre, I think it was more than just fascination.
The brands that we know as of today, when you talk of Louis Vuitton, you talk of Ferragamo or all or Cartier, these important brands were associated with our families not because they were brands. They stood for quality.
Kim St. Clair Bowden of Hearst also spoke in length on the art of luxury publishing.
Absolutely, there is a place for luxury in print. Harper's Bazaar is a coffee table book. It's a tactile thing. You look at it, juxtapose all the beautiful ads. It's a very symbiotic experience. That said, there are so many innovative ways to create that same luxury experience online or in social or in an experience. So I don't think it's one or the other. We have certain countries in the world where 70% of their ad revenue comes from print. We have other places in the world where it's the opposite. leveling out might be a good thing, but we're focusing at Hearst in the U.S. to grow our digital revenue. But at the end of the day, it's revenue, and it could live in any appropriate place.
It's a very interesting period for, every field, but fashion as well. I mean, most of you would have seen the viral or digital moment of where at a fashion show, Bella Hadid had a dress printed on her in 3D, right? So where does that take the hand craftsmanship? Where does it take tailors? Where does it take designers? And then from the AI perspective, what happens to design when AI is designing fashion? You put in all of a particular brand in there and say, hey, create something new at the touch of a button. Or you have models which are perfection without any of the things that go with being human, created on AI.
To accompany the great conversations was the great food, courtesy the Indian accent. The first edition of Luxperiences encapsulated a genuine essence of serene luxury, enabling attendees to fully engage in diverse experiences. Bureau Report, India Today.